Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am back and it is time for another get ready with me makeup tutorial because I am getting ready to head out for the night. I have a party to go to. It's a fun like dressed up affair. It's not like low key, it's like get cute. It's a surprise birthday party for one of my co-workers and I'm like, alright, we out here. So I decided to film me getting ready and I'm gonna show you my outfit. I'm gonna show you the look. This is a really simple, sexy look that I would wear out on like any given night out for me if I'm not trying to be loud or anything. I don't normally like do bold color if I'm going out at night. I do something sexy and sultry like this and I'm using one of my Pat McGrath palettes from last holiday. This is the Mthrshp Sublime Bronze Temptation palette, which has 6 shades that look like so. And I pretty much did the entire look from this palette. And did I use all the shades? Yes, I used all the shades in the palette, but I did pop in 2 more shades from my collection that are just regular signature staple products for me. So this look is what you can achieve from that palette. And I also incorporated like some new products that I have in my collection, some new brushes that I got to try out. So I want to share all of that with you guys. So if you want to see this look, how I achieved it, and all the new products that I'm testing out in this video, then stay tuned and I will talk to you soon. Alright guys, so as usual, how many of you guys can recite my lines by now? Because I feel like I say the same thing at the start of all of these videos. But anyway, as usual, we're starting off with a clean, freshly washed face. And I already filled in my eyebrows because, you know, it takes long and we're not going to do that on camera. And I also applied concealer under my brows, which is my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. The shade I use is Deep Golden 60, which is, I want to say shade 40 now. Anyway, that's what I did, and then I popped on some of the Revolution Pro Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer in the shade 11.2 as my base for my eyeshadow. And I really have been loving this concealer as a base because it matches my skin tone pretty well, and even though it creases, it doesn't crease once I have powder over it. So that's what I did. And since I'm going out for the night, I am going to go in with my moisturizer and stuff. I'm using the Drunk Elephant Duo, so it's the C Firma Day Serum and the B Hydra Serum, which is just their hydrator. If you use a vitamin C serum, then you probably already know this, but with a vitamin C serum, it tends to be a little bit dry, so it's not a moisturizer. You can't really use it as like the only skincare. You need to mix it with some kind of moisturizer, so that's why Drunk Elephant does the duo here with the B Hydra, which is a hydrating product. And I'm just gonna press that into my skin. This is a little bit sticky if you go in right away, so I'm gonna let that settle and all that while we work on the eyes as we usually do. Now to start out the eye look, I'm gonna go ahead and set the crease area with a little bit of my Makeup Forever 650 Cookie. And I'm just applying a quick wash of that in my crease using my Sonia G Detail Pro brush, which is just a large blending brush. This is meant to be an all-over face brush, so you can use it on your eyes, on your face itself. But I love it for the eyes because I have a lot of lid space, so it just gives me a nice quick wash of color. It's no muss, no fuss, so we'll just set the crease right there with that shadow. And as I mentioned in the intro, I'm using one of my Pat McGrath holiday palettes. This is the Mthrshp Sublime Bronze Temptation. These are the shades that we have in here. It's a great all-around palette, but as you can see, the 2 matte shades are just too deep for setting my crease or using it as a transition, but I'm still gonna apply them in the crease area. So I'm gonna start out with this shade here, which is Corruption. Let's bring you in a little bit. Hi. So this is just a matte caramel shade. These shades, ooh, that's a lot of pigment. I should not have picked that much up, so just keep that in mind. Probably don't pick up that much color. I forgot that these are Pat McGrath mattes, and so I don't need to like pick up too much of the color because it does have great color payoff. So I'm just gonna blend that out in the crease, and even though I picked up a lot, they still blend out pretty nicely. So that's one thing with the Pat McGrath formula that I can say. They apply well, they blend easily, no muss, no fuss. So we have that wash of deeper color in the crease. And then I'm gonna grab the matte dark brown, which is Dark Paradise. And we're gonna build that up lightly on the outer V and outer crease area. As you can see, again, nice pigmentation, but we don't want that to be too overwhelming. So I'm using circular buffing motions to blend that as I apply it. I'm applying a little bit more. I'm not trying to build this up too much because we will go back in after we apply the shimmer on the lid and build this up a little bit more, but for now I'm setting the foundation, like the base work, for the remainder of the eye look. So you see, again, the color applies nicely and blends out beautifully. And I'm not going to discount that this brush is also helping, because this brush is amazing at blending out color. And it's large, so it doesn't take a lot of work to blur out color. Like, look at this. It's not me, guys. I'm okay with blending, but the brush, the shadows, beautiful blend. Alright, so now for the shimmer shade on the lid, I'm gonna grab this shade here, which is Provocatrix. I want you to see how this looks. So it's like a light champagne-y bronze with that golden greeny shift. It's so beautiful, but it looks like my skin tone, right? But then it has that golden gleam to it. So, oh, so pretty. So I'm gonna grab that on a eyeshadow brush from Beautyblender. Yes, I know. Have you seen these brushes? So this is the eyeshadow brush with the little metal ball at the end, and this ball actually rotates. I thought it was a stationary bulb at the end. Like, it's shaped like a beauty blender too, you see? Oh, it's cute. It's cute. It's cute. I'm not gonna lie. But I thought it was stationary, so I was like, oh, so I gotta do this with it. But it actually rotates. It spins. So you apply whatever product you want under your eye, and this is supposed to be like a cooling effect, and it does feel nice. I'm not even gonna front. They sent this to me, so I'm gonna give you a little scoop. They sent these to me after I did an anti-haul video where I spoke crap about them. So I was like, yeah, I see that Beautyblender came out with new brushes and they look innovative and interesting and different, but I think they're overpriced and they kind of priced themselves out of the market. And they reached out to me. They're like, we heard you, but we really want you to actually try them and tell us what you think. And I'm like, okay. Alright, I like brands like that that can take constructive criticism and not feel any kind of way about it. So I'm dampening the brush with the Smashbox Primer Water, because as you can see, applying that eyeshadow on the lid itself is really not doing much. So I dampen my brush and create like a little cream eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna apply that again on the lid area. Brands that can take the criticism, say, okay, we hear you and we somewhat agree, but we really want you to try it anyway and tell us what you think, because you just might be surprised. I can mess with that. I'm just wiping off the brush to get rid of the excess moisture and product off the brush. But they were like, yeah, we know our brushes are nice. We know if you try them, you will like them. And maybe you'll change your mind about like how you feel. Like, you might actually think they're worth the money. And this brush is nice. I do like it, but I feel like they could just do the brush simple, plain, without the ball at the end, and sell it for a lower price, and then have an individual tool that has this ball on the end, because I think the ball is really innovative and I like the design because it feels good and it rotates. So I actually like both pieces individually, but I feel like that's what they should do. Change the design of the brush. You already have the brush. The brush is cute. The brush is nice. Just pop off the end, make it a full handle, sell it for less, then sell the individual bally piece separate, so people can actually have that with their skincare, because you're not gonna use this necessarily when you're applying eyeshadow, or you don't want your brushes around your skincare. You might do that separate. And this way, if you do like skincare in your bathroom, you have the separate ball, which actually I do like this. Same thing with their powder brush. It has this bigger ball on it, and it does feel really good, and I think this is a good thing to have in their line, and the Beautyblender shape is really cute. So just sell this separate and do the brushes simple, basic, and then drop the price a few dollars, because I think more people would be interested in trying them out. So that's my feedback for them right away. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Burning Desire from the palette. This one I also want you to see. So this one is like what I would call an iodine red, because it has the red, but then it shifts gold really gorgeous. And again, I'm gonna dampen the brush. As nice as these shadows are, they just apply better when you use them damp or apply them with a finger, which I don't like to do, so I'm just gonna apply them damp. The shimmers just don't stick as easily as I would want. They don't show up the way I want them to show up, so that color, I'm applying it just on the outer lid. I want this to really pop, and what I like about the shimmers is that even when you use them damp, they don't get crepey. Like, alright, they will get crepey if you apply way too much, but on initial application, like, they don't want to ball up or create any crepey effect on the lid. They actually apply pretty nice with a damp brush. There's not too much to blend out. They move and still work as they would if they were dry, so they blend nicely and seamlessly, and I really love working with them damp. Now I'm gonna grab this light champagne shimmer shade, and I'm gonna pop that on the inner tear duct using a Juvia's Place J127 Precision Eye Brush. This is just gonna brighten up that inner tear duct, and it's not too light icy champagne. It's a very beautiful light peachy champagne shade. It's almost like a skin tone shade that blends into that inner corner without making it too pronounced or too like loud. And then I'll go in with a clean Eddie Funkhauser brush and just blend around the edge. Now any clean blending brush will do. I'm just making sure there's no product on this and I can just blend the edge without it getting like muddy in the crease. So what do you guys think about brands like that are actually watching our videos, getting feedback, and then reaching out to us and saying, hey, let's know what you think when you try these out for real? I like that. I really like that, and I thought that was very big of them to do. And I've received products from Beautyblender before, but I think it was just a separate team that was speaking to me because they reached out to me on Instagram actually. And for me, that was actually a great move on their part. Get a critic and try to convert them, because if I am impressed by the products, then I'm almost more incentivized to speak about it, because it's like, wow, I actually changed my mind. So I really like that. I'm using Sugarpill, what is this called, heart-shaped cookie under my brows for a highlight. I want a matte highlight since I have all that shimmer on the lid. I don't want a shimmery highlight, and I'm just using a MAC 242 to blend that out. They also sent me their foundation, which I actually really like, but that's not what I'm gonna use today. Since I'm going out, I'm gonna just use my tried and true. But they also sent me this product here, which is the Beautyblender, the Leveler. It's a pore minimizing primer. I think they also have like a hydrating one, some other ones too. So this one they sent me, I guess they figured out that I had oily skin, which is great. It's saying to me that they watched my videos, they researched me enough to know what my skin is like, and I like that. Like, you have their PR people doing a good job of really interacting with the community and finding people to work with or send product to that would actually test out the products and have thoughts to share, and it wasn't pushy, and it wasn't like, oh, we just want to send you things to showcase our product. They're genuinely like, hey, test it out. We know you already see our brand and you're already interested. Try it out. And that's what PR should be, right? You shouldn't just be sending product to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's over 1 million subscribers or 500,000 or more. You should actually be reaching out to people in the community that it makes sense to send your product to. And this I actually really like. It's like a pore filling product that feels a little like silicone. Oh, it's made in Italy. Come on now. So it says smooth and fill, and the shade is tan deep. So they have shades to this, which I thought was great. Actually, let me check something. Hold up. So this guy is available in 2 shades. So you have tan deep, which is the one I just used, and it blends in with my skin. I could even just wear this by itself and it smooths out my pores. I really like that, and it like absorbs oil and stuff. And then they have light to medium. It's $32 and it contains 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters, so the size of a foundation. And it says it's a lightweight smoothing primer that helps reduce the appearance of pores, redness, and uneven texture. I like that. And it says it contains niacinamide. It has high performance silicones that glide over skin and create a humidity proof barrier to minimize shine and lock makeup in place for all day or all night wear. Huh! I like that. And $32 like I said, and it seems to have gotten good reviews, so it's 4 stars on Sephora. So I actually do like it. I low-key want to try their foundation with it, but no, I want to wear my Urban Decay. Again, I said I'm going out, so I don't want to try things out right now. I want to stick to the evil that I know. I know that this works really well because I've tried it already, and I know that my foundation is great. I'll try out the foundation though. I do like the innovative packaging. I've always said that. The shade I got was 4.2W, which is for deep skin with warm undertones. I find that that suits me the best. I've also swatched 4.0, which, let me see, it's 4.00, which is N/O, and it's deep neutral with the warm olive undertones. But I think because I got a tan in the summertime, I needed to get a deeper shade. So that's a good foundation. I want to test it out for you guys. I want to wear it, but right now is not the time to do that. Right now I'm sticking to a ride or die. And this is such a good foundation, guys. And look how, oh, with this primer, I did not expect the primer because they asked me if they could send me the foundation, what shade would I wear. So I went in store at Sephora and like did swatches and figured out my shade and told them the shade, and then they were sending me the brushes. So I was like, all right, cool, good. They sent me a beauty blender, they sent me the beauty blender holder, they sent me the brushes, they sent me a foundation, and they sent me that primer. And I was so happy to actually test out this primer because I wasn't expecting much. I wasn't thinking anything of it. You know, you see these products come out and you're like, yeah, sure. I wasn't really checking for them. I'm actually using this concealer. It's new from Benefit. It's the Boi-ing Cakeless Concealer. The shade that I got was number 9, which looks a little bright, don't it? Oh Lord Jesus, Lordy. But yeah, I didn't know much about that primer because I wasn't really like exposed to it, and I know a lot of people weren't really focused on Beautyblender because of the foundation range. And since I'm sorry, that blended out oh my god, that blended out so well. Is that just me? You saw that happen on camera, right? Oh my god, it blends out so nicely, and here I am like, oh, that's too light. No, that worked out really well. It gives a brightening, lifting effect, but it's not like too loud light. Too loud light. You know what I'm talking about. Like, you know those light concealers that just look like light bright under your eyes? Yeah, so a lot of people weren't really checking for Beautyblender after the shade range fiasco, but they've expanded the range, they've added shades, they've added deeper shades, and they've added more undertones as well. So they have more olive and neutral undertones. And you know what? I am open to checking for them. Like, Beautyblender ain't never steer me wrong. I know people are upset about the $20 Beauty Blender, but I like Beauty Blenders. I don't know, I prefer the e.l.f. one because it's stiffer. Beauty blenders are very bouncy, which people like, but I like a stiffer sponge, especially for under my eye. But these take forever to wash and clean. They soak up product and it just doesn't want to come out. And since I am deeper in skin tone, it's gonna stay forever dirty. Beauty blenders just wash up really well. They're really spongy. And what I like about beauty blenders, they last really long. They're really resilient. My e.l.f. ones kind of get tears and stuff as you wash them, but I find beauty blenders are just a stronger material and they absorb water really quickly. It takes me a good couple minutes to get this damp. This, run it on the water, it's automatic. And it should be because they were the first ones with it. They really did well with the material itself, and it's patented, so of course they have it down pat. I think they would do well with reducing the price point or start selling them in duos at a lower price. So I think they're $20 a pop, right? How much are they? Hear me, listen, Beauty Blender, you want me to work with you? I got you. They're $20. I feel like they should start charging $24 and give you 2. And give you duos in like the big one and then the medium one for $24, and then like 2 big ones for, what do we say, $25, $26? I feel like they shouldn't go over $26. So sell 2 of the big ones for $26. the big one and the medium one, because you know they have the medium one for blush, right? So sell the big one and the medium one in a dual pack for 24, or no, make it 22, right? So we have that different, no, how do we feel? 23, 24, 24, let's do 24 and 26. Not a big price difference, but do that, and then sell the big one and the little one for 22. You see how I'm going with that? That way, they keep the price point but give you more, and people would be more inclined to buy them because, all right, they're like, okay, we'll buy it now. Yeah, we're still spending $20+, but now we're getting 2 instead of 1. And I think that would help them out because there are far too many alternatives on the market now that are at a lower price point. That is not gonna help their case at all. Yes, they're the best. Yes, they're really innovative. Yes, they did it first, and yes, they got it right. But I feel like they're getting priced out. So I feel like that's what they should do price-wise. I think the foundation is actually at a decent price. It's $40. So they're keeping in the range of foundation prices that we're comfortable with. So I don't have a problem with that price point for them. But just work on the brushes like I suggested, and then work on dual packs for your sponges so that people are a little bit more comfortable with spending that $20+. Because remember, Real Techniques is out here with $5 sponges, e.l.f. is out here, all these different brands are out here with sponges that are actually pretty good on their own too. So yes, you stand out above them, but you need to pull people in. And that price point is really sending people on their way. Okay. I think that concealer looks lovely. I'm gonna go in with powder. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Powder. The shade I use is number 3 Dark. I think this is the darker shade. They don't have a darker shade than this, and I think they would do well with doing a deep now. Charlotte, we understand like you don't cater to darker skin tones, but can we stop and like start doing that? Because that'd be great if you could do that. Because I mean, yes, I know luxury brands like Tom Ford and Chanel and Charlotte, where she places herself in the marketplace, they don't cater to deep skin, and I'm not messing with you, Charlotte. Stop playing. Stop playing, because this is a great powder. I do got fuzzy. You can tell that I love this powder because I hit pan, and I actually, this is the second one that I'm going through, because what happened is I broke this one on vacation, and I'm still holding on. I'm not even gonna press it because I'm not a presser of broken things. I'm keeping it because I'm out here. I'm still using it, you know, when I have time to maneuver the breakage. But I love that powder, and I have a backup, so it's obvious that it's a great powder and I love it, and I would recommend it. But due to all the shade range setup, Charlotte need to come on. So alright, let's go back into the palette, because you know we're trying to use this palette all together and stuff. So let me zoom back in. Hi there. So I'm gonna use the green shade. This one is Supernova, and I'm using another one of the brushes from Beautyblender, and this is the one that I said I really wanted to try. It's an angled, like, look at this shape. How would you describe it? It's like a little curved fan brush, but it's a liner brush at the same time. But it's not a sharp angle, it's a curve. That's different, right? I like that. I'm gonna dampen it though, because I don't want this eyeshadow getting in my eye right now. I can't. So I'm just gonna run this on the outer lower lash line. And you see, like, the brush is so cute that it gets right up there. It's right under the lashes. It's the perfect shape. And the curve means it's not like pointed or anything, and it's not creating any harshness. I like that. And I'm sure it would work. Let me see. Yeah, it would work great to do like a liner. I like this brush. I thought this was interesting, and this one isn't like crazy priced either. And then they have this brush with the spoolie with the little comey side, and then an actual angled brush on the other side. I like this one too. This is the one that I said I would have tried out, because it has the spoolie and then it has the little comb part, that pink part. I think, Beautyblender, listen to me. I think you could do great things with these brushes, because they are nice brushes. Y'all just played yourself with the pricing, and I think the little innovation went a little bit over people's heads. I think you can probably keep the dual-ended brush, but then expand so you have the option of the brush without the dual end, and then you have the dual end by itself. I think that would give people a little bit more, you know, options. They'd be like, all right, I'll try it. We'll come through. So I just built up the dark brown in the crease area a little bit more, and then, oh, this is pretty. Hey now. So I think they could do great things. All right. So eyeshadow looks great, nothing crazy. I think this blends so nicely. Let's pop on some lower lash mascara. I'm gonna put liner on, but I'm kind of scared because it's gonna be, I hope, a long night. Look at me, like I hope a long, meaning that I hope it's a good party, because I can't. Because if I get dressed up and be out here in the cold trying to be cute and the party is a flop, that would make me highly upset. So I'm just popping on some Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner. There is something in this formula that is irritating the crap out of my eyes, and I don't like it. Should I put lashes on? What do you guys think? Should I? I don't know. Let's figure that out. But let's do some bronzer. I'm gonna use my Cover FX Duo. This is Suntan Bronze, and I'm gonna use the Beautyblender brush. Why not? I'm gonna showcase these because I think they're fun and it's a great way to show you them. Oh my god, this bronzer, oh, one of my favorite things. Again, I'm using products that I know are great, that look great on me. So I'm gonna use this bronzer, which is, I think, to date, my favorite bronzer color, because it actually bronzes up my skin. It looks great and it blends out seamlessly. It doesn't look choppy or anything on my skin. And this brush is actually really nice for that. Again, like this part, it's comfortable because it's cooling. Oh yes, it's cozy. But it's still an expensive brush, and I don't know that people are gonna want to try it because they're like, oh, do I need that roly part? Even though it's a nice roly thing. I don't think people are prepared to do that yet. So work on that. I feel like if they worked on the price point and a couple more shapes, they would be fine. Y'all, when was the last time I used this blush? Oh my god, this is a well-loved blush. This is from Laura Geller. This is the Baked Gelato Vivid Swirl Blush in the shade Papaya. I love this color because it's a satin finish. It's not fully matte, so it has a little bit of glow to it, so it makes your skin look nice and healthy. Because it's not like, oh, I'm matte. Oh, I got shimmer on my face. Get off, get off. But it's not flat matte, so it doesn't look dry on the skin. And I love that because I don't want to put any glow. I really don't want to do any glowy things on my skin. I'm going to do lashes, so I'm going to do these from Miss. It's the 3D Volume Lash. It's the style M353. So we're going to pop these on really quickly. Alright guys, so put my outfit on, got my hair down. I just got my Brazilian blowout, which is where my hair is going to be really dead straight, and I wanted to make sure it laid flat. I don't know about you, but I don't like volume in my hair, so I like, I don't know, because I have really big hair naturally, like if I let it air dry, it will just poof up, so I wanted it to be really flat, which was why I was wearing that head wrap. And I changed the color. I went darker for the fall. Can you see? Can you tell? It's like a deeper burgundy mahogany. It's actually still a color from Pavana, and the shade is mahogany, and I think it looks really great. So I pull back, and I think I want a little bit of color down the sides of my nose. I feel like my nose is a little bit lost in the sauce, so I'm just using another one of the Cover FX bronzer duos. This one is Sunkissed Bronze, so it's a little bit more cooler toned, and I'm using an Allure diffuser brush, just running it down the sides of my nose. Okay, so we have a little shape there, and as much as I didn't want to do highlight, I think I will. So I'm gonna grab the highlight from this bronzer, and it's a very light highlight, which is what I love about these duos. They're very subtle. If you're not into subtle, this is not gonna be for you, but because I love a subtle glow and nothing crazy, I'm just gonna pop that on the high points of my cheeks. Beautiful. It's nothing loud, nothing crazy. For my lips, I feel like I just want to do nude. I was gonna go in with a darker brown, but let me look around some more. Alright, so I found the shade I think I'm gonna use, which is from Uma Beauty. It's the shade Tracy, and this is one of their matte lipsticks, so it's the Badass lipsticks. I love that. And this is just a really beautiful matte warm tone brown. And it's a beautiful, let's zoom you in a little bit so you can see, it's like a warm tone cocoa brown, really beautiful. And this lipstick line from Uma Beauty, really comfortable. And I'm just gonna pop out of DECAY. I'm gonna pop a little bit of lip gloss. This is from Pat McGrath. It's the Flesh Astral lip gloss. It's just gonna give my lips a glow, which I absolutely love. This is a matte lipstick, and what I love to do is use a matte lipstick for its staying power and then pop a little gloss on. So here you have it. The eyes, really beautiful, really subtle, really like a smoky, sensual eye, but it's not too much. Love how it turned out. The lips, gorgeous. I think the skin too turned out well. Let's do some finishing spray, please. As I said, I'm going out for the night, so I don't need to be out here looking crazy. So we're gonna use a little bit of my Satin Skin Mist. Ooh, boobies bouncing. This is from Tatcha. My sprayer is like so finicky. Sometimes it wants to spray, sometimes it doesn't. But this is a really good finishing spray for oily skin because it doesn't like set you down matte, but it gives you a little bit of like a soft satin glow to your skin without being overwhelming. Here's the thing though, I think under my eyes look a little bit too bright for my taste. It's not like, I hate having bright under eyes. So I'm gonna use a little bit of my Sephora powder just to buff right under the eyes. And I'm using my Juvia's Place 123 tapered brush and just going under the eyes just to add like face color, like a tan color under there instead of having it that bright. I think that works out well. Oh my god, I love this. Since I'm doing like a off the shoulder, well, not off the shoulder, I'm revealing a lot of skin up here. I'm gonna use this that I picked up from Fenty Beauty. It's from their new holiday lineup. It's one of their Body Lava Body Luminizer, and the shade is Who Needs Clothes. It's in a smaller size, so it is way lower in price. I think it's $24. I just picked it up today because I was like, oh great, this is a great time to try the luminizer without spending $60. And let's just pop that on our shoulders. I already have on my Vaseline cocoa butter, no, it's shea butter, right? Cocoa butter. Is it shea butter or cocoa butter? One of them there, shea butter, right? Let me see. No, it's cocoa butter. It's the Cocoa Radiant. So I'm already glowing, but I'm gonna put a little bit of this because I wanna see if it's really any different from what I can create with the Vaseline product and highlighter. And it looks about the same. So I was right. I showed this in another video where I did the cocoa butter Vaseline. Let me grab it. So it's this product here. So it's the Vaseline Intensive Care Cocoa Radiant with pure cocoa butter vitalizing body gel oil. Beautiful. It adds a beautiful glow, right, to my skin. And then I just added any powder highlighter, if it was a loose highlighter or otherwise. That's what I've been doing to substitute one of these body glow products. And it works well. And honestly, with this, I just achieved the same thing. And the little body gel here is like $8 at Target. And then you can use whatever highlighter you have in your collection. And it's given me the same effect. Yes, it's cute to have it as a Fenty thing, and I think that's why I picked that one up because it was $24, it wasn't $60. So I wanted to try it out, it wasn't too pricey. But here you have it, this is the overall look, and I like it. My hair color, I love this darker color. I love the look, I love my dress. Oh my god, you're gonna die when you see my dress. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me makeup tutorial. And hopefully you enjoyed this look as well. As usual, I'm gonna leave a full list of all the products mentioned and used in this video down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up. If those links take you to Sephora or Ulta, those are affiliate links, which means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through my links, which I truly appreciate because it does help me to put right back into the channel. So if you want to show your support, that's a great way to do it. I will also leave links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat where you should be following me along because we have a good old time over there. It's fun. I show you stuff in my life. It's just good. Just follow me along if you're interested. And I will also, what else am I gonna do? Not a goddamn thing. I'm gonna show you the outfit at the end of this. So let's go ahead and jump into the outfit. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.